to listen to as you wake up on this beautiful Sunday morning on this Mother's Day.
It's Mother's Day. For all you guys out there, well, and gals, because guys and gals both have mothers, don't forget, do not forget your mother today.
What's great is I can take some of these flowers home.
Yeah, because your letter's not going to get to your mom, though.
That's right.
Clayton's late with his letter.
I got shamed by the post office because I sent my Mother's Day card on Friday, and the lady at the post office said, "You're late." And I said, "I know."
But she's a mom, and she's like,
Yeah.
"You were my son."
She's like, "You're late." But anyway.
But happy Mother's Day to everyone out there.
Happy Mother's Day.
Please send us in your photos. We want to see your moms. We want to hear how much you love them because it's a special day.
Meanwhile, the president yesterday went to the back of the plane on Air Force One as he was heading to Liberty University and saying, you know, we're going to fast track the FBI and get the new head of the FBI in there. We think we can probably do it before we leave for our Mideast trip. And they're already actively interviewing FBI heads or new potential FBI heads this morning.
Yeah. Interviewing a lot of folks. One person they're not interviewing, but they could, is former Arkansas governor and 2016 GOP presidential candidate Mike Huckabee. He joins us this morning. Governor, thanks for being here.
Good morning, Governor.
Good morning, Governor.
Happy Mother's Day to all.
Happy Mother's Day. What are you doing for your wife today?
Oh, I got her some gift certificates and all sorts of stuff like that, but she doesn't know it yet, so please, I hope she's not watching.
I hope she's sleeping. Well, she's a special woman. I love your wife, Governor. She's wonderful.
Thank you.
We'll keep it a secret for you, Governor, for sure. Well, as the president looks forward to his next pick, the media just cannot get past the past. They're still on James Comey, and they're hyperventilating on it. Dan Rather, who's the father of fake news, you might say, wrote this on Facebook yesterday, and then we want to get you to react to it. He said, future generations may mark today as one of the truly dark days in American history, a history that may soon take an even more ominous turn. Governor, he's talking about dark days getting more ominous. Why can't they get past this?
Well, I think they just can't accept the fact that the American voters have a very different view of America, the future, where we need to be than they do. They live in this bubble, the bubble of the mainstream media, the bubble that exists in both Washington and New York and in Hollywood. And they are totally disconnected from the people in the middle of the country who actually elected Donald Trump to be president and who are sick and tired of being told what to think, how to act, what their values are and why they're so wrong. And to put it in the words of Michael Corleone as he spoke to his wife about his sister Connie when he said, she's hysterical. So I would say about Dan Rather and many of the cohorts, they're hysterical. This is hysterical hyperbole, and it's just revealing how out of touch with reality many of these folks really are.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of out of touch, right? New York Times. Listen to this. See if you can spot sort of the hypocrisy in this quote here. The election is over, but Trump cannot seem to get past it.
And then inside the article, they interview, of course, former Clinton aides who say, former aides to Ms. Clinton say that Mr. Trump obviously could not let go. It is remarkable, said Ms. Palmieri, her former advisor. Has there been a president who's ever been more obsessed about proving that he's legitimate? So the failing New York Times is pointing at the president while they question his legitimacy every single day.
Yeah, you know, I think the New York Slimes, as I like to call them, has become a joke, an absolute parody of itself. And for them to say that it's the president who can't get past it, who is it that won't let go? It's the Democrats who keep talking about the election and Hillary got the popular vote as if they never read the Constitution about how we elect a president through the Electoral College. They can't get over the fact that he does, in fact, hold the White House. He gets to make appointments. And I know that must be a real shock to Chuck Schumer and other Democrats in the Senate, but that's how this works. And it's almost as if they are just in such a state of disbelief. Mm-hmm. They have suspended all rational thinking. And it would be funny, except that they are impeding the ability of this president to lead the country and to make the kind of changes in the world that he's already doing. But imagine how much more effective we could be as a country, not just as a Republican Party, not just for the president, but as a country, if they would really work with this president to do things like fix health care, build roads, make America safe, create a sense of real environment and build jobs so that people would get a paycheck rather than a government check. Wow, that would be quite a way.
Well, and instead, they're interested in what sort of new staff shakeup will come at the White House. Who's going to be fired next? Will it be Steve Bannon? Will it be Sean Spicer? And that seems to be the rumor lately. President Trump was asked about these rumors by Judge Deneen last night on Justice here on the Fox News channel, and he brought up your daughter's name. Take a listen.
Are you moving so quickly that your communications department cannot keep up with you?
Yes, that's true.
So what do we do about that?
We don't have press conferences, and we do...
You don't mean that.
Well, just don't have them. Unless I have them every 2 weeks and I do myself. We don't have them. I think it's a good idea. First of all, you have a level of hostility that's incredible, and it's very unfair. Sarah Huckabee is a lovely young woman. You know Sean Spicer. He is a wonderful human being. He's a nice man.
Is he your press secretary today and tomorrow? Will he be tomorrow?
Sure. He is. He's doing a good job, but he gets beat up.
Will he be there tomorrow?
Yeah, well, he's been there from the beginning.
All right, so two questions out of that. First of all, your response to whether or not Sean Spicer will be ousted. And the second part of that around the press conferences. I'm sure maybe your daughter has called and, hey, Dad, we may not have these press conferences anymore. Do you know anything about that? So 2 questions to you, sir.
Well, I will say this about my daughter. She is one of those people. She's going to be loyal to the president, loyal to Sean Spicer, and she's not going to reveal anything to me, even to me, that is not appropriate, because she understands that her job is to keep a confidence, and she'll do that. I don't think Sean Spicer's going anywhere, and he shouldn't. He's doing an excellent job. It's an incredibly difficult job. I know this. I know Sarah really likes Sean. She respects him. She enjoys working with him. And they have a great chemistry between them. You know, this idea that there's all this noodling going around about who's going to be in and who's out, I think a lot of that is just, again, Beltway nonsense. But they're working hard to serve this president, and I think doing an effective job. But, you know, as I tweeted, every person who goes to that podium, it's like the person wearing a Lady Gaga meat dress stepping into the lion cage at the zoo. It's never, ever going to be easy.
It's an impossible job. Well, some of that drama got some attention last night on SNL. You were even a part of that, sir. Why don't you take a watch of this?
Okay, good morning, guys. It's an honor to be here today. For those of you who don't know me yet, my father is Mike Huckabee, and my mother is a big Southern hamburger. Okay? And yes, obviously, I'm hilarious like my daddy. Now, I'm filling in for Sean today. As you know, Sean is fulfilling his duty as an officer in the Naval Reserve, and that is why he cannot be here.
I'm pretty sure I can see him hiding in those bushes.
That's a naval exercise. He's trying to blend in with his surroundings. Are there any more questions?
Governor, just your reaction to that.
Well, look, it's always flattery to be lampooned by Saturday Night Live, but I just wish they could make some stuff up that was funny. You know, I think my Twitter account, which gets slammed all the time by the liberals for not being funny, is a heck of a lot funnier than some of that stuff. But look, here's the thing. My daughter can handle that. She's lived in the public eye most all of her life. This is not new to her. Abby, you know what that's like. And I'll tell you something. The reason she was really good at that podium this week is because she's got 3 preschoolers at home. And the fact is, she's used to answering the same questions over and over again. So it was really kind of like, I think, being mom to some preschoolers when she walked in there in the press corps, pretended to be asking these serious questions and asking the same ones over and over, expecting a different answer.
Even inside the humor, Governor, there were compliments in that segment. I mean, she stepped in on an incredibly difficult week for the first time. I mean, your thoughts on her at the podium this week?
I thought she was terrific. I mean, she walked in there with confidence. She answered questions. It's a tough job. You know what a lot of people don't understand? The people who do Saturday Night Live, they have a script. They have cue cards in front of them. All they got to do is walk in there and read the card. Sarah goes in there, as does Sean. They have no script whatsoever. They have no idea what questions are coming at them. No idea whatsoever. Nobody gives them advance warning and says, by the way, here's what I'm going to ask you. And they walk up there, and it's walk in the high wire, no net. And for anybody who thinks that's an easy job, step up there and see what you can do with it.
You know what? It's always easy, as President Trump alluded to yesterday in his Liberty commencement speech, it's always easiest to be the critic. It's hard to go out there and make a difference, and that's exactly what your daughter is doing. I know Sarah personally. She's a wonderful woman, and she's doing a great job, Governor. So kudos to her.
I will let her know. I know she will appreciate that, Abby. You know, I just feel like that we got to remember that person sitting in the cheapest seat in the stadium is the first one to kill the umpire. They got no skin in the game. They really have never played the game. They watch it from way up in the stands in the nosebleed section and haven't a clue what it's like to be in the arena.
That is spot on.
Right. Well said.
Governor, good to have you with us this
Thanks,
morning.
Governor.
Have a great day with your wife and your family.
God bless. Thank you.